Lawton Public Schools is asking the community to do what the state has not done: support its schools. On Tuesday, November 14th, Lawton residents have the opportunity to give children the educational resources and facilities to continue making Lawton Public Schools one of the top districts in the state. Just like our homes, Lawton Public Schools must maintain our school buildings, repair and replace heating and air conditioning, construction, maintenance, and repairs of items such as maintenance at every school site in the district, new HVAC for MacArthur High School auditorium, lighting and sound upgrades at all high school auditoriums, secondary athletic facilities, replacing and upgrading child nutrition facilities and equipment. Eisenhower Middle School is pulling away from its foundation. When walking in the building and in classrooms, it is not uncommon to see people propping up chairs from rolling down dangerous inclines. The floors are caving in. There are holes in the walls that provide views of the outside. Repairs are not an option.
If they don't rebuild us, it's going to affect the other 3 middle schools. They've got to put 900 kids and faculty somewhere. The bond is also built to where there's areas for every school: improvement, technology, classroom supplies. So not only are they replacing Eisenhower, but every school will be touched by something in the bond.
I really credit the teachers at the middle school and the high school for the fact my kids have done so well. My kids would come home and tell me about they would take coats or jackets to school because they never knew if they were going to freeze to death in a classroom or sweat. So the teachers would tell them, bring a jacket. The windows, I've heard about the windows falling out of the building. I've not actually seen it, but that does scare me. What if a kid is walking on the sidewalk around the building and one window falls out? I mean, that is a frightening thought, but it's a possibility at the school.
The repercussions for not doing this are pretty severe. The Eisenhower building and other facilities that we have are really in pretty desperate shape compared to the facilities in our neighboring communities and across the state. And while we're really well known for high quality education for our kids, we're not well known for good facilities that support that level of education. Our teachers do a great job, our administrators do a great job, our parents are involved the way we'd like them to be, but our infrastructure just has never caught up to the rest of the state, and it's time we turn that around.
Eisenhower Middle School includes construction of new middle school. Safe room consists of 8 classrooms built to FEMA standards, furnishing and equipping, and demolition of current building.
Kids would be excited to come to school. So if they're excited to come to school, they'll be excited to learn. And knowing that they have a new building to come into, and especially with the technology, because textbooks, we don't have textbooks, but when we had the technology, we would have a way to expand their learning. And they would be excited just to get up and come to school on a daily basis.
Good schools is economic development. I mean, there's not very many people who are going to argue against that. We can stack all the things that we have, Lawton is the place to be if you want to start a new business. We have the land, we have the good workforce, we have kind and nice people living here who want to go work. But at the end of the day, schools is going to be one of those check marks. Good schools is going to be one of those check marks that is on the top of the list. And if we don't take care of the schools, jobs are not going to come.
It is important that we get a new school because education is a valuable thing for everyone. And without education, you cannot be a success. So in order for the community to be successful, the children to be successful, we need this bond.
People know that we didn't give them empty promises, and we really did what we told them we were going to do.
What kind of a community do we want to be? What kind of people are we? Are we people in this community that care about education for our children, that care about the growth of the town? All of that's tied directly to education, and most certainly to facilities and to this bond issue. So if we're going to improve, if we're going to grow, if we're going to become a better community, we've just got to have this sort of support for education. That's where it all begins.
Anytime there's a place to vote, you should vote, because your vote matters, and your vote could be the one that changes how it goes. It could be the good way or it could be the bad way, but your vote is the one that matters. Everybody's vote matters.